Hello Dragonlings, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sky, and I typically write paranormal romance under the name SD Haggis. However, I do have an obsession with planners, and that's what led us to today's video, which is going to be a Scribbles That Matter journal review. I have been using planners for about 10-ish years, and I got started in the bullet journal world about 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. Late 2017 was when I was discovering bullet journaling for the first time, and I have liked bullet journaling. However, I have discovered that I don't bullet journal the way most people do. I don't use it as a planning tool. I use it more as a reflections tool, and we're going to get into that as I review this journal. So let's go ahead and talk about this. The Scribbles That Matter books, there's two places that I know of you can buy them. You can buy them from the Scribbles That Matter website, or you can do like I did and purchase it through Amazon. I am an Amazon Prime member, so that 2-day shipping was really, really good to me. So that's why I made the choice to go with them. The prices were about the same. I will include links to both sites down in the description below. They come pre-packaged in this box, which I really like. This is a thick corrugated cardboard that's sturdy, and it's got all the doodles that really attracted me to the Scribbles That Matter book in the first place. Now, being this is the Pro version, it should not have doodles on the cover. However, it does have the Scribbles That Matter logo inscribed on the side, which is fine. I usually write my year that the journal is for on the spine, but that still shouldn't interrupt what I usually do, especially since I'm going to be using this in a slightly different way. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Now, I did get mine in what the site called bottle green, but this is calling deep green. No matter, it's okay. It comes with the elastic band that keeps it closed. However, I don't generally use this. It gets tucked into the back and I never look at it again. Now, it is a slightly different color than the journal, which is slightly disappointing, but that's okay. What is new to me is the fact that this has a pen loop and pen, which I find interesting. Let's see if I can show this to you guys. This is a Scribbles That Matter fine liner in 04. The Exceed journals I've got in the past did not have the pen loop, nor did it come with a pen, so I find that really interesting and a nice touch from the company. We're gonna go ahead and set that to the side for now. So again, it has a pen loop. We're gonna go ahead and open this up and see what the actual inside looks like. So the back page has all those doodles that I mentioned that attracted me to the Scribbles That Matter journal in the first place. This is where I tuck the elastic band and never look at it again. Now, the Exceed journals, this is a little tighter. It's usually like that. As you can see, I am pinching the bottom of it so that it will stay closed. So that's gonna be interesting because that's really loose. Does have the pocket that most bullet journals have, which I really like, and part of what attracted me to the first place, because I put all my stamps and any stickers I'm using that week into this pocket. When we close it up and flip to the front, this page is blank, and I think that's because it's a Pro version. It does have the Scribbles That Matter little flyer, shows the Iconic series with the doodles on the front, as well as the Pro series. One of the things that really attracted me to the Scribbles That Matter journals was how their color selection. They have a lot more colors than the Exceed journals I'm used to using, which I thoroughly enjoy. I'm gonna set that to the side for right now. So this first page is supposed to be a nameplate page. It says Starry Night in this really pretty calligraphy. It says Scribbles That Matter A5 dotted journal down here in the bottom left-hand corner. It's got a place to write your name on a dot grid page, and it has a started and ended date line where you can put what dates you're using this for. This will be the first year I actually specifically split my bullet journal in two. My 2020 journal was really thick, like really thick. So I decided to go ahead and make 2021 a 2-part journal from the start. So that's why I think this is a awesome idea. I can put my started date, the fact that I'm starting in January 2021, and I can put my ended date and the fact that I'm going to be ending this journal in June of 2021. And then it has a tip at the bottom of the page. It says, to avoid ruining your new journal, try out all new pens on the pen test page at the end. Now, one of the things I didn't mention already is the fact that this paper is supposed to be, it does not say on this. I'm looking at this little flyer and I thought it said, but oh, yes it does. High quality 160 GSM white paper. So this is really thick paper and I can feel it. That's, well, even just on the page, this one's thicker because it's a front page, but this, even the pages themselves are really thick. So that's really impressive. The next page is the key page with the bullet code and the color code. I don't generally use this. It's never been included in the journals I've purchased in the past, but again, those were really cheap journals. That might be why. But even so, because of the fact that I use my bullet journals like recollection journals versus actual bullet journals and future planning journals, I've never needed a key. That being said, I will be using a key this year, but I will not be using this key page. I will probably cover this up with a quote or something. The next page is the index pages. I do usually use the index, however, I wait until the end of the year to use them because if I am not going to use this page at all, what I will do is I will cover the page up with something else entirely. So we'll see. It does have 3 index pages starting on the right hand side, 1, 2, 3, before it gets into the actual dot grid pages. The dot grid pages, again, this is the 160 GSM white paper. That's really thick paper. I know for a fact I will not have to do a pen test with this, and that's only because of the fact that the pens I use work without bleed through on 100 GSM paper. So 160 GSM paper, they should work in here with no problem. I should be able to do some extra fun stuff with this because of that, but we will see. The page numbering does start on the left-hand side versus the right-hand side. I have mixed feelings about that because while I usually do use this page, it's usually just a quote page where I paste an image in. And plus, most books start on the right-hand side. So that's a personal tick more than anything else. There's nothing actually wrong with it starting on the right-hand side. This is numbered pages 1 to 153, with the pen test page being page 153 and page 152 being the last page you can officially use, especially if you don't use the pen test page. Now, again, I don't plan on using the pen test page because I know that if the pens work in here, because I know if the pens work in my older journals, which have a much lighter weight paper, it will definitely work in this journal. And this paper is hella thicker than the paper I've used in the past, so I don't think I'll need to worry about that. The last page in this book before the pocket says mindfulness in that really pretty calligraphy. It says flip through this journal from the first page to the last to see all the scribbles. A mirror to your past, what have you learned? How have you grown? Reflect and ponder when you are alone. Now, I do usually do a end of year reflection, so I think that's what this is supposed to be, but I don't think I'm going to use this page for that. It'll be interesting to see what I use that page for, because that's not what I'm going to use that for. I might do a picture quote here that might best describe what my year was like. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I do like the thickness of the pages. I think that's going to be good for me and what I usually do, because I tend to do a lot of coloring with markers with the Crayola Super Tips. I do a lot of stickers. I am a fanatic about stickers. I love stickers, so you will see stickers in my bullet journal. But yes, this is a beautiful green journal, and I'm so excited to get to use this year as my bullet journal. My question to you is, have you used a Scribbles That Matter journal in the past? Have you used the Pro version? Have you used the original version? Let me know down in the comments below. this is all I have for you guys today, but I wanted to do a first thoughts of the Scribbles That Matter Pro version A5 dotted journal. Say that 5 times fast. Hey Dragonlings, Editing Sky here. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of things that I did not mention in that review video. It's been a couple weeks since I filmed it, and I wanted to add some further thoughts about this book that I've come to the conclusion of since making that video. So here's the bullet journal, and while I don't have a lot of complaints about it, it is a really cool journal. It is a super journal if you are an artist. One of the things I do need to put up front is that I'm not particularly an artist. I don't do a lot of drawing. I don't do a lot of doodling. I don't do a lot of coloring. And my plans for this were to use it as a daily reflections log where I do writing. And one of the things I didn't think about when I ordered this was, yes, it has thicker paper, which makes it amazing for artists who do a lot of coloring and drawing and need something that's going to work with the pens that they're using and the paints and stuff. It means less pages. This only has 153 pages. I did mention that in the review. The Exceed journals that I usually use have 240. So when I was thinking of using this as a daily reflection, and I was like, I will just need 2, I can have 1 for each half of the year, I discovered that's not going to end up working because there's not enough pages in here. There's enough pages in here I might be able to do a quarter. 3 months. That's not going to work for me. So I don't know if I'm actually going to be using this as a daily reflections journal like I wanted to originally because of that. This is an excellent journal for those who are artists who do a lot of coloring and do a lot of painting and drawing. Because I don't do most of that stuff, it's not a good journal for me, and I will probably not be using it as such. We will see. The other thing I want to mention that I forgot in the video completely is the fact that it's got 2 bookmarks. One is the dark green of the cover. The other one is that mint green that they used for the elastic band and the pen loop. I didn't mention that at all in the video, and I don't know why. I think I just completely spaced it because I don't usually use them. The other thing is that because this is leather, it has already gotten some damage on it. This is not from being on my shelf. I literally accidentally swallowed water, breathed in water down my lungs, and spit it out accidentally while coughing. You know, that thing you do when you choke. And it's discolored the leather right there. It's not that big of a deal, but if you are someone who wants your journals to be more pristine and clean, don't spill anything on them because apparently that's what's going to happen. It's going to discolor the leather. The other thing is that because it is leather, it is very easily impressionable. I put a binder clip on here for like a couple minutes just to hold the pages down while I was doing something, and it left indentions. Even the elastic band, which I took off the moment I did the video, left an indention and that hasn't gone away. Most of the time in my previous journals, it's gone away. If I leave the elastic band off, it goes away. And it hasn't at the bottom or the top of this leather journal. Again, that might be because it's leather. I don't know. But if you are picky about that kind of things, it's just something you need to be knowledgeable about, is those imperfections. Other than that, it's a great journal. Again, if you are an artist or do a lot of doodling and drawing in your journals, or if you use the bullet journal the way it's intended as a planner versus a reflections log, this is a beautiful journal to use. And if I was using it that way, it would be perfect. I'm not though, and this is not gonna work for me because of that. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Do you like this kind of format where I do the initial review of my first thoughts and then I kind of come back and edit in after I've used something a couple of times, my thoughts then, to see if they've changed? Or is this not something you're interested in? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye, Dragonlings.